You. Ooh, shout out on
Are you okay?
Filmabuster!
Welcome to Filmabuster. My name is John. I peaked my mic.
Did you already?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that in the chaos, or was that
No,
you
that
going?
that was literally 2 seconds ago.
Oh. Today we're talking about Silver Linings Playbook in 2012, to answer your question.
Yes, Silver Linings Playbook, starring Bradley Cooper
Damn Skippy.
and Jennifer Lawrence,
Damn Skippy.
and also many other great actors.
Oh, dude. Fucking, what's his name's in this? Robert De Niro's in this.
Yep.
So good to see
The
him.
late, great Robert De Niro.
He's not dead.
No,
I don't think.
but he's still late, great.
Late means dead, John. Silver Linings
Not in
Playbook
my
is
world.
Fucking hell.
Anyways.
Silver Linings Playbook is a 2012 American romantic comedy drama film written and directed by David O. Russell. The film was based on Matthew Quick's 2008 novel, The Silver Linings Playbook. It stars Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence, as you said. And I watched it last night. When did you watch it, John?
When did I watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, like 10 years ago.
When did you recently watch it, John?
Watched it last night.
Last night?
Yeah,
Wow. We're like sharing a viewing experience then.
absolutely.
So I'm just gonna jump right into questions because all this random conversation is getting me raring to go there, brother.
Okay.
First question, as we always ask, first impressions. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the movie immediately.
Good. Like right off the bat kind of thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I thought I don't know. It like sets up you're following Bradley Cooper's character.
Yep.
It sets him up pretty quickly
Yep.
of like, oh, okay, this dude's been through some shit, and he's trying to do better. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It's
Straightforward.
he's finding silver linings.
Yeah, he has been dealt a bad hand in many regards.
Yeah.
But he's also played some bad hands
Right.
in many regards, and he's just trying to work it out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I agree. I liked it a lot. I brought it to the table. I actually texted John 2 nights ago or something, and I was like, Silver Linings Playbook, you want to watch that? I don't know why. I was just scrolling through movies, and I was like, I love that movie. And I don't care if you've seen it before. It's fucking like, let's just watch it, because it is, every time I watch it, I've seen it 3 times now. Every time I watch it, it always gives me exactly what I want.
Yeah.
When I first heard about this movie coming out, I was a little like, why would I watch that? This looks stupid, The trailers and stuff, everything about it looked kind of
I can't remember
rom-com-y.
I can't remember why. I think my parents were I don't know. I can't remember why I ended up watching the movie.
Sure. It's not really up your alley normally. Not something you'd seek out.
This is not a movie that I would seek out, but I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
Well, the thing is, when I started watching the movie, I quickly found out that it wasn't the movie that they had advertised. The movie they advertised was a rom-com. It had a lot of funny lines, all this kind of fun stuff. The guy's kind of loony, and then you start the movie. This is a dark movie. It doesn't shy away from very, very dark topics, and it's kind of cool. And the pacing, the way it's filmed in a very kind of sporadic, kind of all over the erratic kind of way, it's a lot different than any kind of rom-com you'd find. There's not even a whole lot of comedy in it for the first half, at least.
Yeah.
It's kind of just dark for dark's sake, and then you find out more about this character, and it gets even harder. So it was really weird for me to watch this movie the first time. And I think a girlfriend at the time showed it to me or something, and I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. And then I started watching it, and it fucking blew me away, man. Good on you guys. Like, fuck. Where'd this movie come from? Man.
It came from a book.
Apparently. Oh, God. So, yeah, I mean, jumping forward, man, like the ease of watching. Is it Blockbuster or an art house for you?
For me, Blockbuster.
Sure. The actors and stuff.
I would say blockbuster, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was also art house.
Yeah, totally.
Because it definitely has that vibe. It's not not grandiose.
Right.
With its set designs or anything like that. Like it looks like somebody with a good enough budget could recreate this.
Yeah.
Beat for beat.
Yeah. It felt real. It felt like you can reach out and touch it in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It was literally just like, all right, our setup is this town. Mm-hmm. Done.
Yeah.
These
are our players.
Yeah, they don't do any crazy sets. They don't travel to, the Sahara Desert or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like you're literally in this neighborhood. Uh-huh. You go to like a diner or whatever, and
right down the street. You know where that diner is too. This movie has a good does a good job at location, right? You know
exactly.
where everything's kind of at.
Yeah. You feel everywhere they go, it feels like it's all kind of right around the corner.
Yeah, totally.
Of both of their houses.
Mm-hmm. And they all kind of know each other. And,
exactly.
And, there's kind of some bad blood here and there's some drama here and they all kind of know each. Yeah. It was a very wealthy neighborhood, which kind of made me think more blockbuster and the disconnect from CEOs we were just talking about.
It's upper middle class.
Sure.
Middle class for sure, but I would argue upper middle class.
It looks like upper middle. If you're in Denver, that's upper. Like that's fucking expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive to live here now.
It is, man.
Thanks, California.
Fuck that, man. Okay. If you're California and you're listening to this, you're great, and I love you so much. Don't come to Colorado.
Man, fuck those guys. Anyways, where my Californians at? No, I mean to be fair, my family did it 27 years ago.
That was before it was a thing, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but still, I can only hate so much.
You know where Andrew's from?
You all right there?
Yeah. You know where Andrew's from?
California?
No, he's from Florida.
Florida. Oh, he came the opposite direction.
And also an issue there. There's an issue with them as well. And the Texans. Anyway.
No, most people are going to Texas now.
Now? Before they came in here?
Yeah.
And pushed everyone out, man. Fucking Texas coming.
That's true.
You know how much bigger your state is than ours?
Yeah.
You can't all fit here. Ah!
Yeah. California actually needs to be two separate states. They need to just cut it in half.
California or Texas? Or
California.
Both? Fucking both.
California more so than Texas.
Sure.
California has way more of a population than Texas.
Such a weird.
Way more.
Such a weird place. Whoa. Who's that?
That was my ringtone.
Who called you?
Random number.
You should pick up.
No.
Put him on the podcast.
Stop it.
You gotta get on topic.
Yeah.
On topic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump into this because I feel like this is the leading part of the movie. What do you think about the characters? Characters, John.
Characters. I liked them.
Sure.
They're the only character I quote unquote had a gripe with would be Jennifer Lawrence's character. But really, I think it's more of my own selfish reasons.
Okay.
Just man, girl, get over it.
Okay.
To a degree.
Yeah,
to a degree. I didn't
We can have real talk here.
Yeah.
John.
When her story really gets explained, obviously I'm not going to be suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
But there were times where he would just make an off comment that'd be kind of a jab towards her.
Yeah.
And she would just go 0 to 100 with it. And in those moments I'd be like, okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Back off a little bit.
I feel like her character could have been done a little better in the first half of the movie, at least. I feel like she was fleshed out at the end and we understood where she's coming from.
Yeah.
I get the cynical. We've talked about Lost on the show before, how different people take it and stuff. And it made sense to me where she was coming from. I think the way they put it on screen didn't make it work as well. With her quick turnarounds and her kind of two-faced attitude.
Yeah.
That wasn't...
It was borderline... She was borderline bipolar.
Yeah, and he's bipolar in this.
Yeah.
And he... the way he was written was really good, and hers was kind of... I'm sure there's people who have those very similar symptoms and act the exact same way after a loss.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the writing or how she portrayed it. I didn't really necessarily believe it until she kind of, for me, when she kind of softened those edges, she kind of came into her character more. I don't think the first few scenes with her were very thought out or prepared well.
Okay.
I don't know. Because it's funny that you say that, because that did stick out to me as well. And this movie does such a great job at showing mental health and loss and mourning and
for sure
heartbreak and all these things. To have it kind of jump to more of a stereotype. And again, this is me treading lightly, because this is a big topic with a lot more than I know what to talk about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seemed weird to me. I think coming back to the characters, Bradley Cooper, what'd you think about him as Patrick? Pat?
I really enjoyed his character.
Sure.
The dude went, like I said, they establish it rather quickly. He was dealt a bad hand, but he also played a bad hand.
Yep.
And he's just trying to pick up the pieces and move on.
Yeah. And things are definitely not where he wants them to be.
No, of course not.
Yeah. And
I mean, this. You obviously have to ask yourself, what would you do in that situation?
Yeah.
What would you do if you came home early from work and your wife was literally having sex in the shower with someone that you considered a friend or an acquaintance
or coworker or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what would you do in that situation?
I'd probably,
would you do what he did?
I might
beat the ever living shit out of the guy.
And
get arrested.
These things happen. So you have to question yourself quite a bit. And
would you still try to hold on to her?
Yeah.
Or would you let her go? Would you be like, get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. The more like the delusion kind of mindset popped in after he more so was released, I think, where we pick up the movie.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like, and he's definitely still dealing with this shit, but now he's kind of like, oh, she wants me back, and that delusion kind of starts to take over him.
Uh-huh.
Which is really, really very, very believable when it comes to like a hard, traumatic thing, like that. Because, I mean, you can lose someone like, Jennifer Lawrence's character, where you lose them as like, yeah, he's a cop, but he didn't die on shift. He died helping someone change their tire on the way home.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, and seeing her how she acted that, it just, the way it goes into all these things in the believable ways, it's like, I fucking love it, man. It deals with trauma so well.
Yeah.
Fucking
because I know at least for Patrick's character, like, yeah, it was one of those, in his situation, he experienced two very, very, I would go ahead and say life-changing moments. One, like, his marriage is completely broken.
It's done.
So that is like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been the one, especially when you haven't done wrong in the relationship. Sure, maybe you aren't nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But like, he never cheated on her or anything, or like, you know what I mean? So there's that aspect, which is life-changing, because then, of course, his level of trust goes in the shitter.
And that's when he had his mental break, too. Like, he broke.
So there's that. And then also his decision to almost beat the guy to death.
Yeah.
That's another thing. A lot of people, it's kind of funny. A lot of people think, oh, yeah, if that guy, yada, yada, I'd beat the shit out of him. I'd get into a fight. I'd do this and that. It's like,
it's a lot harder to do.
It's a lot harder to do. It is a lot harder to actually find the will to punch someone.
Yeah, as much
like
as,
not playfully, like with your bros or whatever,
And
but
actually keep punching too.
Yes, to actually try to with I don't want to say murderous intent, but with the goal to hurt someone.
Like, I've heard the phrase seeing red. Because that's definitely that moment, right?
Yes.
You have to be you have to be disconnected to strike another person in that way. And it's kind of scary. And for Patrick, I feel like it kind of was the tipping point for him, not only with his relationship and everything, but just literally his mental state was kind of hanging a little bit.
Right.
And seeing red can do a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why he has that connection with the song as well.
My Sherry and More.
Yeah, exactly. Wonder, when he starts to like have a breakdown everything fades out and that song is all he can hear, even if it's not playing.
Is this really playing
it's
right now?
It's ingrained in his mind and all that. But yeah, it's like that also is a huge life-changing moment. Like, wow, I almost killed someone.
Yeah.
That's not... They talk about it a lot in the military.
Sure.
It's just like... It's really not that easy just to shoot someone, to actually kill another human being. Sure, there are people out there that are psychotic in that way. Who are like, killing's fine.
Who don't have the disconnect.
But that is
to start with.
Yeah, that's a very niche, very low
the
percent.
Amount of the population who can do that.
Yeah,
is insane.
Yeah, the number of cases that I've heard and the number of stories that are on YouTube of people talking about their experience of I killed someone and this is how my life turned out, or this is all the nightmares and shit that I went through because of that.
Yeah, a lot of PTSD kind of comes from more like a lot of. I've only known a few soldiers like actually in active duty in my life, but the ones I've talked to, like the PTSD, some it comes from the loud sounds and the staying awake all night fearing for your life.
For sure.
But a lot of it comes from actually ending someone else's. And it's like what Pat's dealing with in this movie is from what I know, it seems pretty familiar to some kind of like PTSD.
Yeah.
With the bipolar as well and all this stuff kind of hammering down, man. I can't imagine being in that state. I actually went red once in my entire life. I actually saw red. And I was so stupid. I'm not gonna tell the story here.
Yeah, you've told me about
this.
Yeah,
but I ended up putting a guy on his ass, and man, it's just he was fine. He's fine, and we still talk if we see each other, But like, it was like, I mean, after that happened, I fucking broke down for hours, and like where the fuck was I? Yeah, it's scary, man.
Yeah, no, there is a situation where a girl. It was at a show. A girl attacked Miranda, aka my wife.
Really?
Yeah, and I shoved her back.
Sure.
Of course, I shoved a lot harder than she shoved my wife.
Yeah, because you're scared too.
Well, I immediately go into that defensive mode of just like, no, you don't touch my wife. I don't care who you are.
Fuck you.
I didn't, and let me be clear.
Sure.
I did not punch her or anything like that.
Right.
I did not kick her while she was down. I just shoved her away. But even then, just doing that, I got these jitters in me of just like, shit, what did I do?
I gotta go sit down for a sec.
Yeah. I don't know if this was a good idea,
Yeah, and you start like almost like turtling. You see me over here, I'm like crossing my arms.
Yeah.
Because you kind of turtle up a little bit, and it's weird how that moment can really affect not only that day, but the rest of your life a little bit.
And that was just a situation of me just pushing her. Now,
exactly
in that situation, like literally seconds after that, she was trying to get, I think it was her older brother. I don't know. It was somebody that she was with.
Oh, yeah.
She was trying to get his attention to like kick my ass, and Miranda caught wind of that and was like, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here before this gets way worse. But like, imagine, if I stayed and that dude did just like swing at me,
you could lose yourself in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting protective and angry and like I love that too, because this is in this movie it is being protective. It is his weird way of being like, no, you can't do this. And we've come so far as a society where it's like she had a choice, and it's not like you're defending her. She was in the shower with this dude. Like,
yeah, exactly.
She made a choice. But
obviously he was mature enough to like know that no, I'm not going to hit my wife. Mm-hmm. But this guy,
I'm gonna take it out on him.
Yeah. He is fair game.
Right.
Legally, no, he's not. But in that situation, he's like, I'm going to hit someone, and it's definitely not going to be my wife.
Right.
So might as well be this dude.
Going down.
Yeah, but anyways, like I thought they did a really good job. I thought Bradley Cooper did really, really good with the acting of like showing of portraying someone who just like is going through a very unsure time of his life.
I like the way you said unsure, because it is definitely like not just sadness. It's not just anger. It's he's teetering.
Yeah, it's literally just, I'm not I don't know what to do at the moment.
Don't
I don't know where to go. Like even he reads that book, that to try to help himself out, and he literally closes the book and go, "What the fuck?" And chucks the book out the window. He's like, because he's trying to find the answers. He's trying to figure it out.
As we all do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There was that other powerful scene when he kind of lost control a little bit when him and Robert De Niro got in a fight. And that was powerful, man. Seeing those two actors on screen, both not want to hit each other, but keep hitting each other. It was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
This movie's dark. It's a dark movie. The way I might watch the trailers again because I did not get that before it came out. I don't know. Dude, what did you think about the plot?
I thought the plot was good.
Sure.
Yeah. I had no problems with it. You're talking about two different dark subjects.
Yeah.
You're talking. I mean, it's just the plot was simple, but of course, it's simple from an outside perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
Two broken people find love in one another.
Uh-huh.
That's literally the plot. All right. From an outside perspective, that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. Pretty well done. Pretty rinse repeat.
Sure.
In a lot of films.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're all broken people.
Yeah.
But then when you dive into that, you get a closer look. It's like, oh, okay. It's not just two broken people. Mm. It's two people that have gone through extremely depressing scenarios.
Uh-huh.
That
like
would...
recently.
Recently.
Yeah.
That could make them not want to even try to find love.
Uh-huh. And not even try to find community or friendship.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Anything.
Yet somehow they find it in each other. And it all works out.
It does. It does, in a sense.
Yeah. It's a rocky road.
Through this movie, I like how it talks about mental illness, and I think I said that earlier, and how it's passed down and how it's not looked at in men a lot as well, because we talk about Robert De Niro, his character, and his intense OCD.
Yep.
And fear and of this, like he wants his kid there for the juju, right?
Yeah.
For the games that he wants.
What is it called? Superstitions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like he just needs it all to go right, and he needs him to be there. And the way I think Robert De Niro did such a good job with this character because he, instead of being like stay, he had this really like please, like he was almost begging his kid to stay in the room so they can watch this football game together. So the football game or the Eagles would win. And I found that so good. And again, they even talk about, I wrote this down. I love talking about meds and having connection over that.
Yeah.
Like being someone who grew up on medication for depression and Tourette syndrome, I was like, okay, this is so real when you find someone else. Oh, you take that too? What's up? They brought up trazodone.
Yeah, bonding over mental health
medication. And I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
That was so real to me.
Yeah.
They said trazodone. I don't think that's correct. I think it's trazodone. But I was like, I wrote it down, trazodone. What? Because I've had trazodone in my life as well. So yeah. I was like, what? So
okay.
That's so cool.
Personally, I've never had it. So
yeah, it's fine.
What's it like?
I got some under the table for you if you want.
No.
What's up? I
don't think I will.
Yeah, I wrote that down. It's just the, even with the parents and I wrote this down as well. After all that, the parents' reaction to him being in this hospital, like for help, is no, we're taking him home. He wasn't ready to come home. Mm-hmm. It was just like, no, he's fine, kind of thing.
Yeah, and
that's a lot of what these parents are doing. Not only the mom to
go ahead.
Sorry. It's not only the mom to Robert De Niro's character, but also to Pat and to Bradley Cooper's character because she just wants everything to be okay, and that's her issue. That's her mental illness, if you will.
Yeah.
And it was just like it's so fucking real, dude. Like everyone has some bit of something,
Yeah. I feel like it's I feel like it's played very well because from what I've noticed, it's very generational. I know like people, that. I'm not going to name drop or even say my affiliation towards those people, but there are people that I know where, they're, you have a child that is, in a I actually don't know the exact situation of the child, but there's things that are wrong with the child.
Okay.
Yet the mom is like, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
You'll be
no problems here. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but there's very much problems, and we can see it.
Everyone else can see it.
Why are you insistent of saying everything's fine?
Yeah. And that's not going to help the kid
Yeah.
in the long run.
Yeah. I think it's a very generational thing because, like, mental health and all this stuff it's not as common as back then.
Oh, yeah.
But it probably was. It just wasn't actually being talked about.
Yeah. It was just like, no, you're fine.
Exactly.
You're acting up again. You're doing one of those things that you do.
Yep.
Growing up in the 90s, I was born in 91. I think we mentioned that before because we're both born in 91. We're 91 kids, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
91 kids.
And being born in 91, I dealt with that shit all the time too. As a kid, like, you're fine. Like, yeah, but I don't feel fine though. Like, I don't think you're telling me the truth right now. And it's weird to see it from then to now. I don't feel like I've been on this earth that long, but I've been here for a while, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of, generational for sure, man. Good catch.
Yeah. It just the fact of, oh, well, I'm his mother, so I know everything.
Yep.
I'm his mother. You might be a doctor, but I know his
best.
mother, so I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And there's a place for that, sure.
There's merit to it. But at the same time,
there's
at the same time,
you got to take some advice. Advice.
These people do have degrees. These people went to school for this. These people have dealt with many, many other patients like it.
Sure.
This isn't their first time dealing with someone.
Not their first rodeo, but
yeah, exactly. So, like, maybe heed their word.
Yep. Just for the sake of literally everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was just you saying that the parents being like that. It's a generational thing. I don't think parents today necessarily do that. I think to a degree they still do.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there's plenty of it that still happens. Yeah. But it's just now the world of mental health, the world of emotional, this mentality that we have nowadays. It's just more. It's more mainstream. It's more open. It's more openly. Yeah, it's more openly talked about.
I really enjoy that. Again, we talked about I wanted to live in the 90s. I don't want to live in the 90s anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like living in today's society. Yeah. Yes. Do I think there's still some people who are really, really stupid? Absolutely. But there's over 7 billion people on the planet. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of idiots on there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
From all regions.
Yeah.
All right. It's not just one subsect that I'm talking about. There's idiots everywhere. You walk into a Walgreens, someone's going to be stupid. It might be you. You might be that
you might
stupid
be the
person.
idiot.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
You know what I mean? No matter where you go, there's going to be an idiot.
Oh, damn Skippy, man.
All right, so
that was a bit of a rant. I like that one.
I
saw your eyes light up.
It is. Well, it's true.
It is true.
It's
you're not
true.
lying, dude.
There are times where I've been around people where it's like, no, you are very wrong on this situation, but for some reason you just have it in your mind that you are correct, and there's no changing that, and that's a damn shame.
I'm very bad at talking to those people. I'm very bad because I continue to talk to those people.
Yeah.
I should walk away, but I'm like, no, you don't get to say that.
Yeah.
And I keep a conversation going, and they're like, they fucking feed on that shit too. It's terrible.
Right. And there are times where even I will get into an argument with someone, and then later in the day I realize, maybe they actually had a good point.
I really wanted to be right though.
man, I guess I'm the idiot.
You might be the idiot. That's fine. Love yourself.
Having to accept that you might be the idiot.
Yeah, there's idiots out there, man.
So
and, you might be it. I love it.
It's true. No, I like living in today's age. It's
Agree.
fun.
I'll agree.
It's fun.
They got TikTok. So I'm gonna jump to how could it? No, you know what? I'm gonna go to ending. How did you think?
Ending.
What'd you? Well, I did the plot. Now we're going to the ending.
Okay, fair enough.
What'd you think about the ending?
I thought it was good.
Sure.
It pretty much it buttons up everybody's character arcs. Mm-hmm. From obviously the two main characters.
Yeah.
To even like Patrick's parents.
Sure.
And all that. Like you see a full circle.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say full circle, but you see an end to the arc. You know, they've learned something. They've all grown. Mm-hmm. They've all accepted their flaws, or you know what I mean. There's growth.
Yeah, and even with like someone like older generation, like Robert De Niro's character, he's able to kind of split the difference with his OCD and still spending time with his kid and like supporting him.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't exactly better after that, it was just like, you know what, that makes sense with his character. He's like, what they say, 68.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah. To a degree, there is the whole, you know, like an old dog set in his ways.
Yeah.
Like there's just no changing, no matter what.
Right.
And yeah, there's a little bit of that.
It's realistic.
But, yeah, but he even comes to terms like with Jennifer Lawrence's character.
Right.
He's just like, I owe you an apology. You know, like he like I have what's the right word he says? Like misjudged you or like
I think it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like he accepts,
I have done this. Yeah.
He accepts his faults.
Really mans up there.
Yeah.
It was cool to see that. That was good growth for him. I had something to say about the ending, and every time I watch this movie, I still think this. Guys, if this has been talked about before, like sure, I haven't heard about it. Fucking lead me to it if this is a thing. I don't think Patrick made it through that last hard night after he read the letter. I think this is somehow a fantasy. The whole movie changes.
You think so?
Around Christmas.
You think the last few scenes are just?
I don't think. I think Jennifer Lawrence is thinking. I think that's her kind of imagination. What's going on in her brain? Yeah.
Oh.
And the more and more I've seen this, the more and more I think it. I thought this the first time I watched it. The movie is so blunt and so beautiful in the way that it talks about mental health, and then for some reason the end can be all flowers and butterflies. I don't believe it. I don't believe this movie would do that. And it jumped weird. The cinematography was different. Everything was smooth. This movie's not smooth. Yes, you can have growth. This has been 3 months. These people have been through shit.
I guess that's a fair point.
Guys, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but I've literally every time I've seen this movie, I thought that. I don't think this movie has a happy ending in the slightest. Whether it be the idea of the movie before it came out, maybe that was changed. Maybe it's in the book. I don't know. But the way that the ending felt for me was like it didn't happen.
You felt like, oh, okay. Interesting.
I think this is best case scenario, and I don't think Pat made it through. But that's just, again, me. Every time I watch the movie, man, it's weird. It's every time. The feel changes around Christmas, and it's
I'd have to watch it again with that in mind. Because I never got that vibe.
I've always brought it up to people. If I watch it with somebody else,
I never got that vibe.
I always ask them afterward too, and no one else that I've talked to did either. But for some reason, every time I watch it, I just think that so much.
Yeah,
I don't know. I never looked it up or anything.
I mean,
so.
you do bring up a valid point to where it's like it really wasn't that long of it wasn't that long of a span of time.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it was not long at all, and they danced accordingly. I think the movie might have been written like this at first, and it was changed to be more suitable.
Yeah, I did like the dance routine.
It was great.
It was pretty funny.
It was adorable.
Yeah.
And they were looking for 5, and they got the 5. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, sorry about that.
Yeah, it is also funny when I appreciated the fact that they still had like a slip up in their dance routine, you know, like, they crammed this into like 2 months work, you know, so
these guys are working at like all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So of course there's going to be some hiccups, you know.
Yeah,
I did appreciate that. It wasn't like the superhero ending where everything's perfect.
And that's literally the only thing that I kind of brought me out of that fantasy mindset, you know, but besides that, I don't know, John. And guys, if you're listening and you thought the same thing, please let me know, because I don't know if I'm alone in this. So
I mean, you do bring up a good point to where I guess even the way they film it is different.
It's very different,
and the fact that like everything is perfect,
and it's the only thing outside of that again, you brought up like the neighborhood or the hospital. This is all like feels like you know where everything's at. Even the game, like you're there with everyone else.
And the stadium's right around the corner. You know?
Exactly, and that's how you feel. This feels separate. It feels too good to be true for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess so. But to be fair, would they end the film on a scene of them arguing? You know what I mean?
No, they wouldn't.
Like, why would they do that? I guess.
I don't know.
That would be the only like counterpoint, is that like you've shown that they've all grown. So why end the movie on them like going back into a slump? You know what I mean?
It makes sense storytelling wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, I don't know. It for some reason, with the movie being so realistic in every other sense except for the end, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
So when you say that you don't think he made it through, are you saying that he's dead?
Yeah, I think he knocked himself off, which is really like a bummer.
Okay.
But the way he was walking, the way he was like acting after that blow, I think was the letter. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah.
But he walked out, and it was definitely like a very like, you know, it's starting at one again for me. Like it was like, I've been betrayed again. So I don't know. If you can turn that around in a few months and, you know, just do your thing and be totally fine, like, God bless you. But I don't know if I could believe it.
Yeah.
But that's just me. How could it be better? How could this movie be better, John? As the resident filmmaker in the room, John, please.
I am the resident filmmaker. Only I can pass judgment. Judge me, I am justice itself. I did not like Diablo 3, but I will say it had some badass lines.
That's pretty badass. I didn't know that was from
intro.
a thing or not.
Yeah. When
Diablo 3.
Oh my god, I can't remember how to properly pronounce his name. Tyrael?
Tyrael?
Yeah, he's the angel of justice.
Sure.
Yeah. And one of the other angels tries to judge him because, long story short, in Diablo 2, he destroys the World Stone, which is like a big no-no
The
for them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and all this stuff. And when he tries to pass judgment on him, that's his response. Like, you dare judge me? I am justice itself. You know, it's pretty badass.
That's pretty badass.
Anyways,
yeah, that's cool. Should be your new tagline, dude.
Yeah. But anyways,
Sure.
Now that we've talked about Diablo, who's excited for the Diablo 2 remake?
Yeah.
I'm kind of half and half because apparently Blizzard's going to shit.
Yeah. I think we talked about that last week, or
Yeah.
maybe in our random conversation. But
It was in a random conversation. Long story short, if you're a woman and you work for Blizzard, good luck.
Yeah.
Good
fucking luck.
That's the allegations in a nutshell.
And that's not me saying good luck, like, fuck you. It's me saying good luck, or get out. Don't deal with it.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. Go work for someone else.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyways, how would I have made this film better?
Yeah, how would you personally, John, make this film better?
Golly gosh. I really don't know, to be completely honest. I'm I'm satisfied with everything that they did.
I think...
But I guess I'm going to have to rewatch the ending again. I'm going to have to rewatch the ending.
Do it for me. I am curious.
Maybe they need to... I don't know.
Think?
Maybe they need to keep it the same type of style.
I think that might have helped. Yeah.
But again, I don't want the movie to end with them like disagreeing on something or arguing, or you know what I mean? Or,
yeah, as a movie watcher, you don't,
Yeah, or just being, or like, I don't want to change anything to make it seem like, oh yeah, before that scene, somewhere between those two scenes, like, oh, Patrick tried to off himself.
Yeah.
And now he's still in the hospital or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want the movie to end like that.
I don't know. I liked the ending. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed this better than like one of those fucking Roseanne. He was dead the whole time. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the only thing that I would change is maybe not make Jennifer Lawrence's character so sporadic. But even then,
might be a reason.
It makes sense with her character once you've put everything together.
I guess I'd.
But there.
Yeah. I
guess
agree,
I would
man.
just change the scenes where she goes from 0 to 100 in like.
I think the biggest one was that movie theater scene, right? Where they're outside the movie theater and he's like, he's harassing me.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
And that whole scene, too, honestly.
It's like she's triggered, and so because of that, she triggers him kind of thing.
Right.
It's like, that's not the best way to go about it. But then again, in that situation, I don't know. Maybe you would act that way. If somebody triggered, you're triggered. So
You can't really control what you're saying.
I guess anything's on the table at that point.
Sure.
You know?
Maybe dude, I'm in the same boat. I'm going to use, instead of sporadic, I'm going to use dark, maybe like less dark for dark's sake. I wrote that down. I feel like she's dark for dark's sake, and I don't get it. I know you're going through a lot, but it feels... I don't necessarily believe it as much as I believe Patrick's character. I don't know if that's writing. I don't know if that's acting or what. Yeah. But if I could change that in any way, I would. But then again, I don't know. Apparently, the people making this movie know a lot about mental health, and I kind of trust them. They sound... Look, it's good.
I mean,
you know?
I can't say that I disagree with their the way they wrote mental health. You know. Yeah. How they directed it, how they acted it, all the sides pointing to it. I don't have any grievances towards it. I thought it was well done.
Yeah, no, I agree, man.
But to be fair, this is coming from someone who has not had to deal with those circumstances. Like,
right,
I have not nearly beat someone to death who was fucking my wife. You know, I haven't dealt with that. I have not gone through a situation where, you know, I just get a phone call like, oh, hey, your spouse is dead.
Yeah, you might act a certain way that
exactly
doesn't make sense.
To be fair, and thank my lucky stars, counting my blessings here, I have not gone through those scenarios, and hopefully I never do.
Amen, dude. Hey, fucking man. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Fucking, this film received 8 Academy Award nominations, including for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. I don't think it won because it didn't mention it, but it received 8 nominations. That's insane.
And
it did well.
Pretty big ones, too.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty big nominations.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Toronto Film Festival first. Yeah, but basically, yeah, this is the Academy Awards. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The music is by, get this, I'm going to give you one guess. Who's the music by?
Who's the music by?
Yeah, who did the music?
A bunch of bands. I don't know.
Yeah, but who did the actual score?
Who did the actual score? Marilyn Manson.
Good guess. It's Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman?
Yeah, Danny Elfman
cool.
did the music.
All right.
Isn't that kind of cool? So this is where I really got excited. The budget of this movie was $21 million. Not a whole lot, and we could see that.
Again, yeah. To be completely honest, I feel like 21 million is something that I don't want to say anyone can do today, but it's pretty feasible. It's pretty feasible for this kind of...
Yeah, if you get greenlit for a movie, 21 million is pretty low ball on it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so it was 21 million.
The box office, 236 million.
Yeah.
Yes!
So they made over 10 times.
Amazing, and it deserves it, man.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Boot heels movie. It really is.
For sure.
And God bless them for going out there. And yeah, they've got good big actors. Sure. That's probably where a lot of the fucking budget went. But
probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But then you get all these beautiful moments and all this stuff that make it. This is one of those movies that you can see it worked hard at identifying its characters, and the benefits came to them afterward. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Like, it's so cool to see that happen in a movie that is really good. You know, actually be a success.
For sure.
I fucking love it, man.
For sure. No, I mean, I thought they did everything pretty well. I like the style of filming that they did.
Same.
The edits, the cuts that they did. For the most part, the dialogue I thought was really good.
Was fun,
The directing of the actors I thought was really good. Of course, the actors did a great job. They're very good. I don't have any problems with Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, anybody else that was in the film. I thought they all played their roles very well.
Yeah, totally. It's a rare thing where everything is kind of just working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not to skip ahead, but to skip ahead.
Yes, please.
My favorite scene is actually when they are arguing outside the theater and all that. And he has that moment where everything fades out and the song starts to fade in. Yeah, like that is probably my favorite scene of the whole thing, because it really, for me, as someone who's never experienced those mental problems before or that type of scenario, I thought they painted it perfectly of this is what it's like to like lose yourself.
Panic attack.
Yeah, this is what it's like.
Yeah.
You legitimately cannot focus on anything.
Sure.
and the one thing you don't want to focus on, it's there and you can't get rid of it. I think, like that's what I got out of it.
I'm dude, well worded. Like, it makes sense. I think if I had to pick a favorite scene, I have a favorite like montage, which was definitely the dancing montage when they're training. Yeah. And A Girl from the North Country by Bob Dylan, and the version with Johnny Cash was playing, and it was I love that version so much because they're kind of fighting. It's so funny. It's a great pick for the scene because Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash both have these voices that you don't duet with. Yeah. And they're both like fighting each other the whole time. First time I heard this, like that version, because I was a big fan of Bob Dylan's version for many years, and I heard that version. I was like, this like, kind of sucks because they just don't give each other room at all, and it's kind of hilarious. And then you see these two people clashing and working together in this montage, and they use this song in such a beautiful way.
It's almost like a visual representation of the song itself.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, and that's my favorite part of the movie. I'd say my favorite scene, like one singular scene. I have so many to pick from, but it all kind of circulates around Bradley Cooper's performance as Pat because he's wonderful. It was one of the ones that just pops in my head is at the football game when they're like, don't get into this. Like, don't hurt him. Don't fight him. Like, we're going to go fight. And he just wants to help. Yeah. They're hurting his brother. And he's sitting there just like, kind of like obviously angry and also confused and also like, should I or should I not?
Super conflicted.
Oh, man, it was really good. All in his face. Just one zoom in. So nice. And that's, what's your least favorite scene?
My least favorite scene?
A little harder when you like a movie this much.
Golly gosh. I honestly don't have a least favorite scene.
Sure.
I thought every scene was...
Great answer.
Every scene in this film had its place.
Yeah.
It needed to be there. I don't think this... okay. I'm sure if we really nitpick it, we could probably find a scene that's like, yeah, that wasn't necessary. We could delete that.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
But I didn't get that when I was watching the film.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah, exactly. There are those films where you're just like, why were we focused on this?
Yeah, why they even dedicate 20 minutes to this or 2 minutes to this? I don't care.
Yeah.
No, there was none of that. Even the moments like watching the game and I like the generational gap with like the parents knowing all of his friends and his community because they're just like watching the game together just randomly, and it's like it's that whole
sports fan base mentality.
Yeah.
You guys don't... nobody in that group really talks to each other outside of the game.
Yeah. We'll get together and we'll talk a little bit, but then we'll watch the game.
Exactly.
And we'll talk a little bit afterward.
Yeah, we might talk a little bit about, how's your wife or how's this going, yada yada yada. But aside from that, it's about the game. We are here.
That's why
to root on.
The scene with the doctor coming to the show. Today we are brothers in green.
Exactly.
I'm not your doctor.
Exactly. Doesn't he get punched?
He does.
Doesn't the doctor get punched?
And he's one of the guys like a little like drunk at the house later too.
Exactly. It's such a funny community that they have.
Oh yeah. And I guess Philly, right? Philly's Eagles, yeah. So I guess that community is kind of like that too, which is insane, man. I fucking Broncos fans are enough for me. I can't imagine dealing with Eagles fans, man. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
If you're into something. So we talked about that. What's your... You know what, John?
Wait, what'd you say your least favorite scene was? Did you say you had a least favorite?
I don't think I did. Oh, fuck. I had to go through that.
You said what your favorite was. It's
but when the least favorite's harder to find.
Do you have a least favorite?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm sure I do. Nah.
don't anamorph on me now.
I'm becoming sheepish.
We gotta finish this episode.
All right.
If you don't have one, you don't have one. I literally just said I don't have one.
I'm gonna find one.
So
it's gonna happen.
It's okay. It's an acceptable answer. None of the above is an acceptable answer.
The movie, your favorite scene, not including the part where he goes into the panic attack.
Yeah.
But kind of the directing and the idea, and that she's so kind of like doing her own thing, and then the cop like randomly says like, "Yo, you busy tonight? And I know, like, she has that reputation around the station, right? But the way it's done, I think it jumped into it too quick. It was weird. It didn't work for me. I don't think it was necessary.
Oh, the reason why I'm okay with that is because I know someone who is like that.
Yeah.
So
who would ask that shit? Or like her or like him?
Yes, both.
Okay,
I know people who are on both sides of that.
Man, what an asshole. Because the cop's like pretty decent throughout the whole movie. That seeing him in that scene kind of felt.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair. It's I guess in that degree, it's kind of like you're doing a surprise twist to the character,
and then it goes back to him being at the dance recital later.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I get that.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, in that moment, it's like, I know. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I know of someone who would do something like that. And I also know a chick, not personally, but I know that she would do something like that, if given the opportunity.
Yeah, it's not like unbelievable. It's just for the characters, I guess. Being that much of a dick. Imagine being that much of a dick.
Yeah.
To do that and take advantage of like your partner's widow.
Yeah.
What? That's unbelievable to me.
I mean, I can the way he went about it, I don't respect. But I could respect him being there for her.
Yeah, what about fucking Walking Dead? Fucking what's his name? Shane. Like, you thought Rick was dead. Yeah, I'll take care of the family.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's believable.
And it just turned into a relationship.
Because
he didn't go like, "Oh, Rick's dead, let's fuck."
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. He was just like, "Okay, Rick's dead in his honor. I'm going to take care of Carl."
Yeah.
And like, in that situation, if it was like that, makes more sense. Yeah. But yeah, I do agree. The way he went about it of just like, "Oh, hey, here's an opportunity to maybe fuck her,"
after being called to the scene. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, not the best approach. But I can understand, if your partner in crime dies and they now have a widowed wife, you're to be there for them.
To be there is amazing, and you damn well should be
and
there.
Maybe it does, bud into a relationship
eventually.
Bloom into a relationship.
You never expect that. Never expect that, men.
Yeah, don't think it's going to happen, but hey, if it does happen, good for you, I guess.
Sure,
I don't know,
maybe.
But first things first, make sure she is okay.
Yeah,
and adhere to what she wants.
Men.
Yeah, put on that shiny white knight armor. No, I mean, well,
come on, Joseph, jump in.
Half and half. All right, just don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. How many times have we said that on this show? And people are still being dicks.
Actually, how many times have we said don't be a dick on this show?
A lot.
Have we?
Yeah, maybe at random conversations, but we always kind of end on the don't be a dick.
I can't remember half the conversations we had like 2 weeks ago.
I agree. I'm losing my mind.
So, I don't know how many times we've said that.
Hey, look at this. You might also like Her.
Her.
Remember Her? The movie Her?
Yeah.
Wow.
Careful there,
Sorry,
Michael.
I just rang something. What was my... Where were we? We just looked at the score and everything like that. I think we're fucking...
What would you score it?
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
You're first. You watched... I brought the movie.
Okay, fair. If I was to score this movie, I would give it a 76%.
A 76?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I'd give it an 86.
It's not... I know I speak highly of this movie, but the reason why I give it a 76 is because it's not a movie that I really care to watch again. So
well, it's not up your alley.
Exactly. It's not up my alley, but it is a really good movie.
Yeah.
So that's why I give it a positive score. 76 is good.
It's great.
I think that's good.
I think everyone should know, like listening at home too, like when we score movies, we score them what we think personally.
Yeah.
And you can have your own score or whatever.
Right. And to be fair, I legitimately believe that 76 is good.
Yeah.
All right. This isn't like some IGN review where the lowest score they give is a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
all right. I've done it before. I've given I have given movies, like a 2% or something.
Yeah, when you get really upset.
Or a really low. Yeah. What I think it was Mortal Kombat. I said 2 out of 10.
Yeah, you said something really low.
Pretty dang low. Like, I despise that film, and I'm not afraid to let you know that I despise that film. All right. So when I say 76, I'm not going the IGN route. Okay. Like, 76 is good.
Yeah.
76 is
it's great.
In above average C.
Yeah. And you're doing just fine.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
It's a good movie.
I would rate it, like I said, you said 76?
Yeah.
I'd give it an 86.
Yeah.
I'd give it close to that. Oh, shit. I'll tell you something in a second. It's not a perfect movie. I don't think any issues are blatant. It's very competent. The last 20 minutes gets me a little weird with the mood change. That's honestly the reason I'm bringing it down less than a 90.
Okay.
And again, that's my opinion. So it's kind of what I think. This got on Rotten Tomatoes. It's so weird because we just did a quick take before this, so I thought we already did this. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's holding a 92%, which is badass.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fucking good. And the audience score is, funny enough, the same as mine, 86.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm an asshole. I'd bring the score down. Yeah, I would bring the score down. My apologies.
You're fine.
I don't know. 76 seems.
It seems like a good score. Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Steady movie.
I guess I could go up to 81.
Do you want me to?
Maybe. Anyways, go ahead.
Guys, what would you score it at home? Just let us know, because we love the conversations that we're like kind of starting to have a little bit. And yeah, you guys are awesome. So hit us up, tell us your score, comment it below, or if you're on Spotify, just you go on our Instagram.
Yeah, we do have an Instagram.
We do. It's new.
Filmabuster.
It's just Filmabuster.
Literally, yeah. Same logo.
Same two dumb people.
Same two idiots.
talk about movies. Yeah. So yeah, just go follow us there and let us know what you think of this movie, and stay handsome.
Yeah, let us. I actually am curious for those that maybe, I'm not saying, or I'm not hoping that anyone has gone through these situations, but for those that do deal with mental illness or just problems cognitively, and all that, like, just let us know, what do you think of this film? Do you think it's a pretty accurate representation of mental problems? Do you think it's a horrendous abomination of what mental health is?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just let us know. I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, totally, man. And then just like, share, and subscribe, and do all the things, and we'll see you next week with John's pick, huh?
Yeah. If you do like this, like, definitely leave a thumbs up.
Yeah, please.
But even more than that, please share it. Please, honestly, share it.
Yeah, we've had like one share that's not like us and like good friends. And
exactly.
It's like, it helps. It does help. I've seen some uptick.
Well, actually, she's a good friend of mine. So
I don't know her. So thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks,
everybody.
Sarah.
And thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, you guys are great. We'll talk to you guys next week. John's picking.
Yep.
All right, bye.
Peace.
Hey guys, this is Mike from Filmabuster. We got a new podcast up every week, so give us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel while you're at it.